lot of words there, a lot of good words from our community. Austin, what is one word for you to describe this deal for Sneed?
I'm going to go with aggressive, Zach. This is something that we talked about 2 Mondays ago of the Titans. How aggressive were they going to be in this free agency period? And this is technically free agency in a way because of the trade on a guy who was getting the franchise tag. But, I mean, the Titans are going all in on this. And I feel like after the first wave, the first
there are 10. Well, we should just reset. What's your number
10.
now of aggressive? Yeah, 10. 10.
I'll give it 10. 10. All 10 fingers. And if you can throw in your toes there, then this is 20 out of 10 when it comes to the aggressive level the Titans are. And like, I've seen some people floating out there that are national media that really don't know much about the temperature inside the building of like, the Titans really believe in Will Levis. I mean, my stance on that is like, yeah, I think they do inside the building. I think they believe in Will Levis. And the fact is that they are doing what the Miami Dolphins did with Tua Tagovailoa. They're going to let the quarterback tell them if the quarterback is the right guy or the wrong guy, but it's not going to be for a lack of weapons. It's not going to be, there are no excuses for the quarterback to succeed or not succeed, right? There's not going to be the gray area that Justin Fields has had with the Chicago Bears. You're going to know the answer on Will Levis over the next couple of seasons if he's the guy or not, because the offense is significantly upgraded with pass catching weapons. You're going to have a better offensive line. They've already started to put that together. And now the defense is going to be able to compete because so many times we've been able to see this Titans defense bend and not break until the fourth quarter and the dam breaks because they've been bending for the last 45, 50 minutes of game time because the offense can't put up points. And so I've got something else too, because I saw Michael McKnight said MMCNB is back. Well, how about MMCN TDs? My man catch no touchdowns because there were just 4 cornerbacks last season with over 400 coverage snaps that didn't give up a touchdown. The Titans have 2 of them. It's L'Jarius Sneed and Roger McCreary. And so now you've got L'Jarius Sneed, Cheeto Awuzie, and Roger McCreary as your top 3 corners. If everybody stays healthy, we'll talk about Sneed's knee later on, but you've got an aggressive secondary that doesn't give up points. And it's their position nature to give up points. And so aggressive is my one word officially, Zach.
My one word is a process that the Titans, we figured out, had needed to do for years and years and years. And they haven't, but now they are evolving. This is them evolving. They have not evolved. They're not doing the same thing and expecting a different result. They didn't go get, they could have gone out and, replaced Derrick Henry with, go get A.J. Dillon and run the football again. They didn't do that. They are evolving. They are evolving by going to get big-time wide receivers, going to get big-time corners, going to get big-time running backs that can do a multitude of things. Derrick Henry was very, very good, stellar, unbelievable, great. But we all saw him hold back the offense. And was it his fault? No, I don't necessarily think it was his fault, but they didn't have the quarterback to support Derrick Henry and the offense that they were running. Now, offense, defense, and special teams. Let's not forget about special teams. Didn't they re-sign Nick Folk?
Sure did.
Sure did. Didn't they just made the big move, the tough move, to go away from Kern and go to Stonehouse? And Stone, you hope that he can get back to where he was, but he was the best damn punter in the league, right? So now you're working on 3 different facets of football. You're evolving 3 different facets of football: offense, defense, and special teams. That, I think, is if it would have been anybody else, it would have been the same word. But that has been what this offseason has represented. And evolving by trading, we talk in the chat, you sit there and you see people hate talking about the Titans. The national media is sick over this. Oh, gross. Adam Schefter gets queasy tweeting out a Titans jersey, right? He doesn't like that. That doesn't move the needle. Well, the Tennessee Titans are evolving. And you would hope and think and pray, if you're a Titans fan, that this is going to be kind of the new normal. The Texans were in the same boat. Nobody likes to talk about the Houston Texans. And now they were the main feature heading into the playoffs with CJ Stroud and how he played, and then his playoff performance. And then, you ran into a buzzsaw, but there's a lot to build on. The Titans are trying, and you brought it up, Austin, to start.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is exactly what they're doing. They're not going to sit there and one day say, well, we should have given him more help. Or, man, he was a good quarterback. He wasn't a great quarterback, but that wasn't his fault. It was all the pieces around him. It was the system. Derrick Henry didn't help him enough. Like, it's going to be up to Will Levis.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. And he doesn't have the luxury of a fifth year to maybe earn that. You got 3 years before the contract's up because he's a second-round pick. But in 3 years, there's not going to be any excuses for us to sit here and scratch our head and say, man, should they pay Will Levis that big contract? He's going to have to go out and earn it. It's going to be easier on him to earn it because of the team that ran Carthon and Brian Callahan. Because I also think that if Mike Vrabel was still here, a lot of these moves I just don't see happening. I just don't think it's in the nature. I think they needed a fresh, new outlook, a fresh, new culture, a fresh, new scheme. I think that's what Brian Callahan has complimented Rand Carthon. And then the big part of this is they had the cash. They had the cold, hard cash. The NFL gave them almost $30 million additionally in a year that they went out and spent the money. The Bears have done the same thing pretty much, right? The Bears 3 years ago were like, we're gearing up. We're gearing up. The Texans gearing up. The Titans were in the same spot. They knew Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry were coming off the books. They came off the books, and they're spending like wildfire, and we're seeing.
All right, so a lot of great stuff there. So your one word, evolve. My one word, aggressive. I think all
evolving.
Evolving.
Because that is very important. They're still in the process. They're coming out of the cocoon trying to be that beautiful butterfly that is Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. But they gotta have some time to cook a little bit inside. Get in the oven. They're still in the oven.
Fair enough. Zach, I got another word for you. And that one is bargain. Why I think the Chiefs settled for not a 2024 day 2 pick, but a 2025 third round pick. Because that's what the Titans gave up, a 2025 third round pick, and they pick swap in the 7th round, which the Titans have 3 7th round picks anyway. What's dropping to 32 instead of 7, right?
Mr.
Is that what
Irrelevant.
it is? Well, there's compensatory picks.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know who the hell is going to be Mr. Irrelevant or who's picking that. But yeah, dropping from 7 to 32 in the 7th round, no big deal because of that. So why I think the Chiefs settled for a 2025 third round pick.